Hello and welcome to Sasha and Goff Live Recorded.
I'm Sasha.
And I'm Goff. And this week we are ranking our top and bottom TV siblings. How'd you do with this one?
TV siblings. I mean, this was whoa. I don't know, man. It was fine.
Pretty intense.
Pretty intense. I was fine.
Like the reason I ask is not like this is like a whoa, was this tough for you? But there's kind of two different ways you could do this, maybe even more than two. Like one way is like if you're literally just looking at a TV sibling, like God, I hate Bart Simpson, he's an awful sibling. Or if you're actually listing siblings, like I hate these two, I hate this group, you know what I mean? So spoilers, pretty much all of my list is
plural.
Groups of siblings. Yeah,
same for me.
Okay.
I didn't even think of it as like the one way. I was just like, in my mind, I go, okay, it's got to be two people. But then I was like, oh, wait, no, it can be like 8 people. It doesn't matter as long as they're siblings. It's all good. You buried the lead also. You're recording in your crawl space today.
Yeah. Only me.
We are back on the Google Meets for a week because it is Thanksgiving week. And we just we couldn't get together we couldn't figure it out, basically. And I was too lazy to come to your garage. And so here we are.
Yeah, but you know what, though, since it is Thanksgiving week, you know what that means? It means Black Friday as well. And guess what, baby? Sasha, wow, I'm on a roll. Sasha and goffmerch.com, starting now, I guess, until Black Friday or after Black Friday, whatever, is offering free shipping on all orders. So if you go and buy the cheapest shirts in podcast history, you're going to get free shipping. Now, okay. I wanted to do a little more than just the free shipping, like a percentage off. And I had it on there, and then I was kind of warned by the site that this could potentially have us in the hole. If so if you guys got too big of a discount plus the shipping and they ended up paying for it, we would have to pay, like, reimburse the fourth wall or whatever, which is the site we go through. So free shipping's all you can get, but again, guys, come on, $12 shirts or 20 if you're a 5X.
Yeah, shout out to the bear who purchased a 25XL shirt and ended up having to pay $20 just for the shirt in general plus the shipping. Wish we would have known about this beforehand. We could have helped him out here. But he's going to get his $8 back when he comes to the Billy Joe Travis Memorial next year anyway. I'm honestly shocked that free shipping. So this is free shipping. Like, you don't have to hit like a number, like $50.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault. Yes, there is a promo code. And I've never actually gotten to do one of these before, so I got to be creative. You want to hear what it is?
Yeah, but are you going to answer my question? Do we have
What's that?
Do we have to hit a certain number of purchasing in the merch, or is it just free shipping for anything?
It's just free shipping for anything. Yeah. So if
that's
you buy
incredible.
Shirt, it just
I'm going to buy one of our shirts.
I think I will too. But yeah, it's free shipping entire order is what it says. So take that as you will. Get up to the end. Don't enter your credit card stuff yet. If it's a price you want to pay, then pay it. But anyway, yes, as I was saying, Blue Collar Boys, one word, is our promo code. That'll get you free shipping.
Boys with an S or a Z?
With an S. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. No, it had it all capital. I don't know if that's the case or if it'll just display it capitally automatically when you do it. But
anyway. The other cool thing about this, by the way, is I don't know if you noticed, but I put a bunch of new shirts up this week. I did. I fixed one of our old shirts, and by fixed I mean changed to make it look like we are nipples on a shirt, and with our logo in between.
Like we're pasties.
So, yeah, it's almost kind of like a coconut bra where we are the coconuts.
Yeah.
And then one of the logo that we've been using with like the reel with a mohawk and stuff like that as a big center chest. Plus, I put 2 ECW wrestling style shirts. I ripped off 2 old ECW shirts and I made them Sasha and Goff shirts. Honestly, if you don't buy them, that's cool. Just check them out. These shirts these are my favorite shirts that we made.
They do.
And now that we have free shipping, I'm totally getting a shirt. We are going to end up in the hole so bad after this. Like, there's something that we do not like realize something, and we're going to owe a lot of money, but it's okay. It's going to be worth it as long as somebody buys a shirt.
Yeah, as long as someone in Arizona
wears
a Sasha and Goff shirt. But
how's
How's everything
Two
else
listeners minimum in
Two.
Arizona. Three.
Right.
I know 3 listeners that we have in Arizona. Like, that's possibly our biggest state.
Might be.
Yeah.
How's everything else going?
It's fine. What else is going on? I have some comments, I guess I could read from last week's episode. We did what did we do last week? Favorite dead athletes and least favorite alive athletes. Correct?
Quite possibly my favorite title for an episode.
Pretty excellent.
That was awesome too, because we kind of came up with that in between the episodes. We were talking and you were just like, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And it's like, yes, that would be amazing. So kudos to you on that one.
Yeah, and we actually got a ton of comments on YouTube about it, so I think people liked it. Our dear friend Shug chimed in. He said favorite dead athletes, number 3, Pat Tillman. Number 2, Lyle Alzado, which was a great one. I totally forgot about Lyle Alzado. Not that I followed Lyle Alzado's career, but when I was growing up, learning about sports, being a football fan when I was younger, he was like a crazy guy at the time. So it was a character for sure. And then his number 1, Walter Payton. Now his most hated alive athletes, Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers. Excellently done, Shug.
Love it. Perfect top 3.
Our dear friend Giuseppe says he was in Los Angeles when Kobe Bryant died. He was living there at the time, so he'll never forget that day. It happened in the morning, and he was just in shock the entire day. He was also like a massive Kobe fan. He always wanted him to come to Chicago, and I was like, you can't give up Luol Deng. He's the future. Nobody better touch Andres Nocioni. In recollection, I still stand by those statements, but but yeah, the Kobe one was a pretty crazy one. Who else? Producer Tony also chimed in. He said he was at the Sammy Sosa corked bat game, so I assume this is his least favorite alive athlete. He said he was in the left field bleachers and he had to call his mom to find out why he got ejected from the game because they didn't announce it at the actual game, which would be a weird announcement, like Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
Cheating.
You know what though? What would have been even weirder, however, much funnier though, is if Tony had to call his mom to figure out why he got ejected from the game. Like if they had that on the TV. Yeah. But anyway, no, Tony, you're a lucky man. I would have loved to have been at that.
And then our dear friend Hattori Hanzo was chiming in on favorite Jews, and he said there was only one Jew that matters. He didn't really say that, but I know he was thinking that. But he said Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
Number top 1 Jew in our hearts. So excellent. Top Jew. Great movie. Sequel, not so much. But yeah, that's about it. It's Thanksgiving week, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and enjoy your time off and all that stuff. This time last year, do you remember we went out for Black Wednesday? We went to go see Counterpunch and Bad Planning and the Brokedown. And here's a little spoiler. I went to see the Brokedowns last night, almost 1 year to the date. I went to 2 concerts last night.
Was it at the same place?
No, 2 different places. If it was at the same place, I think that would be called one concert. But no.
No. I'm sorry. The Brokedowns, did they play at the same place you saw them last year?
No.
I believe that would be called a festival.
They were both in the city. And I went straight from work because I worked a full day. I'm going to talk more about it on next week's episode. I'll touch base with how it went, just going to 2 shows in one night because, whatever. I have time to kill, and we'll do that next week. So, okay. What about you? Anything exciting you got going on?
Yeah, quickly just wanted to kind of a tough week. Just wanted to, I lost a buddy this week. I didn't want to gloss on it, but I was just going to mention my buddy Rob, one of my lifelong friends, passed away last week. So we got his wake. And then also Joni busted her ankle, pretty much fell down the stairs this week because it was one of those annoying fucking telemarketers coming to the house at 6:30. And
at night.
So well, even 6:30 a.m. I guess might have been more appropriate, but so she was like running down the stairs because Lucy was going nuts and just slipped. I've slipped down our stairs so many times; they're dangerous. But she busted her ankle. So, but we're on the up and up. And also,
how did she get the black eyes?
the black guys just came over. Oh, the black eyes. No,
Yes.
that wasn't me.
No, this is all about abuse on this episode. Anyway.
Jeez Louise. But to kind of lighten things up a little bit, something really funny happened this week. In lieu of my friend's passing, I took the next day off. So I told Joni that I would take Sadie and her friend to band practice in the morning, and then I went into work a little late. So I pick up her friend and her two friends, driving them to band, and we get there. Sadie starts getting out of the car, and I'm handing her her stuff, her backpack, her lunch, these things, and she starts freaking out. She's like, "Where's my Chromebook? Where's my Chromebook?" And I just tell her, I'm like, because I can see her kind of shuffling around, and I just told her, I'm like, "Sadie, your Chromebook's not in here," because I carried her stuff out to the car, so I knew it wasn't in there. And then her friend is like, "Oh, it's all right, Sadie. You can get a loaner from the office," and she just goes, "I'm not using a fucking loaner." So it was awesome because I just did the whole like, whoa, and she immediately covered it. She's like, "Dad, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I did." And I just started laughing. I'm like, "Just go. It's fine. Like go to your class." But it was hilarious because
is that the first time that she's
the first time I've heard her actually in front of me drop an F-bomb. Like, Joni and I have heard her when she's playing her games in her room. She'll every once in a while, might say it. And it's like, we're very liberal about that. We don't really care. I mean, like in the right settings, like obviously we don't want her swearing in school or at her teachers or anything. But she's at that age, she's 13. She's a teenager. Kids swear all the time. And it just kind of made me think, and I know we've talked about it on the show so many times, but why don't you swear? Like everyone swears. Your wife swears. I swear. Your parents probably swear. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's why you don't. But why don't you swear?
Yeah, my parents didn't swear. And so I don't. I mean, I do. I swear like 1,000 times more than my parents do.
But, I mean, but you're very, I don't know, like me, so many people who just swear just to emphasize things, and that's why I swear so much. It's not because I'm trying to be cool guy.
It's lazy. It's lazy, is what it is.
Okay,
I like to use actual words that communicate with others, and I don't need these busy words that are just there's a lot of comedians who use swear words to try and make things funny,
and they're usually hilarious.
No, they usually suck. That's a cheap way to do it.
Come on, that Nate Bargatze guy, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. His Def Jam hour was fantastic. I don't know. I just I'm
not knocking you. It's just something. It's so weird, and I mean, like,
I swear more in front of my friends. Which like I don't really swear too much in front of my friend, but it is definitely like if we're in a group and we get things going, then I use it like as like a funny, it's funnier. It's definitely funnier, but it's also just cheaper and easier to do. And I just don't like to swear. I don't like swearing, and I don't like swear words. I don't like to hear it. And so it is funny with Megan because she tries to not swear in front of me because she knows I don't like it, and then then she'll fall down the stairs or whatever. So we can't have that happening.
Yeah.
And, but like sometimes it slips and she'll be like, "Oh," and she just apologizes. I'm like, "You don't have to apologize. I don't care that you swear. It's just a preference, So.
I do admittedly try to watch myself a little bit on this show. Sometimes it's like, I don't care, but like if it's unnecessary, I'm like, I don't know how Sasha feels when he's editing these episodes. It would be hilarious though if you just put the over like all of them.
There's no chance that I listen to this entire thing. I just let it go.
I think you could actually, like, we don't have that software obviously, but I believe they do make software that edits stuff for you when it hears a swear word. But like, what's your take when you're watching TV shows? Do you like hearing the actual swear? Do you like that beep, or do you just not like swears at all?
The beep is annoying. Yeah, just let it swear. See, I don't care if people swear.
I love the beep.
Yeah. Really?
I love the beep because sometimes, like, I love when you don't know what the swear actually is. There's like one of my favorite ones in Parks and Rec where Donna says to Ron, she's like, I don't give a, and you literally can't tell because they blur the mouth out too. Mm-hmm. So I love that there's kind of that. And but like one example was Reno 911. I had season 1 on DVD, and that whole one was like beeped out, and it was so much funnier than season 2 that was just like unedited. I don't know. I mean, it's still
In
hilarious, but I
comedy,
just,
it,
yeah,
it
I
works
thought the
better.
beeps were funnier. Yeah,
In
obviously
comedy,
not
it's
in a
funny.
Bruce Willis movie, you know.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which is the only other time that there is swearing that
Yeah,
gets
just
beeped.
Bruce
So
Willis movies.
yeah, no, I mean
Uh,
in comedy it is like used as a tool because you can pull the trick off of like what
mhm.
word is he saying, and then you make it extra long, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's
A good call. I also real quick, I had a luck something awesome happened to me today. Not super awesome, but it was like convenient and very nice. So I was walking Lucy, and I don't even know like what how long it was missing, but I couldn't find my phone when I got back in. And I remember it was like I was texting you about something. That's why I knew I had the phone recently. So I was asking Natalie because so her birthday is this weekend, and we got her an Apple Watch. So I was trying to help her set that up, but I needed my phone to do that. So that's when I realized I didn't have it. So I started looking around. It was probably 5, 10 minutes later. Lucy starts barking her ass off at the front door, and there's a stranger kind of walking up, like a guy who was walking his dog, and he's holding my phone. I'm like, oh my God, like so I could tell right away he was holding my phone. So I walked out and I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, how do you, first of all, how do you know? Like, he found it, like, obviously right in the yard. But then the woman, I guess, was just like, that's the dog. So then I'm thinking it's just like, oh shit, do we have like a reputation around here? Like, what do you mean that's the dog? And then I realized they tried to turn my phone on and Lucy's the lock screen. So
oh,
they
okay,
just saw her, and then right when they saw the house, Lucy was she just happened to be sitting by the door. So
wow,
yeah, so that was pretty awesome. And it was perfect timing too, because like if they weren't walking by, I would have had no idea to look for my phone outside, like knowing that I dropped it. Especially like I said, since maybe I was texting you outside, maybe that's why. But either way, I remember you replying, and then I must have just put it in
yeah,
my zoom as and missed.
I totally thought Lucy was one of your daughters, and I was like, why is she barking at people who are coming to the door?
Well, my daughters bark at people too. We train them to do that.
I'm kidding, by the
So
way. I feel like you take that to heart every time I say I don't know your daughter's names, but I know them.
I don't
All
think you
three
do.
of them are
All
named
three of them.
Lucy.
Yeah. Yeah. Lucy 1, 2, and 3. Lucille, Lucy,
Lucille,
and
yep.
Lucille. So anyway, I got a game I wanted to play. Do you have anything
Oh,
else you wanted to talk about this week?
not at all.
Sorry
Let's
to
play.
I stole all the time this week. I apologize. All right, so it's been a while since we've since I've had a game prepared for you. This is not a bracket. So this is in the vein of Yugoslavian war criminal or Serbian basketball player.
All
Also
right.
in the vein of Gaza, California wildfires, or Stratford Square Mall. All right, this one is, and this game might
By the
suck,
way,
and
if
if
you
it
don't know what
does,
we're talking about, you got to go and watch those games. Those are
yeah,
possibly the pinnacle of this podcast was
they
those
were
games.
they sweeping the nation for quite a while. All right, so the name of this, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to name something, and you have to tell me. And now I know you don't know what most of this stuff is. So even if you know the answer and you want to like fake that you don't, I think you'll be wrong anyway. All right. Is it a kaiju?
Wow.
How many kaiju? All right.
How
So
many games?
Godzilla era kaiju. So like Toho. Is it a Game of
I don't even know
Thrones?
what that means.
Okay. All right. So you know what? Just Godzilla. Okay. Is it a Game of Thrones dragon?
Oh, geez.
Or is it a drug company or a drug that is promoted on TV? Okay, so some of these you are going to know because you'll probably just hear it and get pissed off. But anyway, all right, so I'm going
Okay.
to name these at random. And again, you got to tell me if this is a giant kaiju that fights Godzilla, if this is a dragon from Game of Thrones, or if this is a drug.
All right. So how many are there total?
There are 21 total, there's 7 of each.
7 of each.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps me out then.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
can
shouldn't have said that, but
yeah.
I know you're not writing them down. So,
Oh,
okay,
I
you
got a
ready?
pen right here. But I do have to say
Okay.
this. 21 of them. How many do I have to get right in order to pass this game? Like there's a pass and a fail, right?
15.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So that's a C.
Oh,
You get a C.
Okay.
Actually, a little bit less than a C, maybe like a 70%. All right.
All right. Okay.
Ready? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm just you tell me what it is, okay?
Maybe you don't tell me if I get it wrong, don't tell me what it is.
Okay, I'll just say wrong or right.
Yeah, does that ruin your game? I'm saying
Well,
because
a
you
little
told
bit
me
because
there's 7 of
okay,
each.
all right.
No, you know what? Play it the way you want to. Name them, and I'm gonna destroy it anyway. I'm getting 20 out of 21, baby. Let's
Okay.
do this.
All right, you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Dragon, kaiju, or drug. Here we go. First up, Vermithor.
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna go with Game of Thrones.
That is correct.
Oh,
Fuck.
we got
Okay.
one.
Next up, Munjaro.
Kaiju.
That is incorrect.
Ah.
That is a pharmaceutical.
Oh, I take it back. You said it wrong. It's Manjaro.
Okay. You got it wrong.
I would have known Manjaro.
Hey, I feel like you're
is a what's the weight loss? It's like a alternative weight loss drug.
It might be actually.
It is.
All of these have like 2 different ones. I got it written down as type 2 diabetes. So
okay, well maybe to
all right,
lose
you know
weight
what?
for type 2
Fine.
diabetes.
Because I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna give you that one. I think Joni might have even told me that I mispronounced it when I was going over the game with her.
There it is. There it is.
Either way, you're a sore loser. Next up,
True.
Bimzelx.
Drug.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think you'd have too much of a problem with those ones.
You know me and my drugs.
Yeah. Okay. Batra.
The kaiju in the Game of Thrones is going to be tough. So I'm going to go kaiju on this one as a random.
Fuck. So based on my answer, that means you are correct. Maybe this game is too easy.
No,
okay, next up.
It's guessing.
Okay. Baragon.
I'll go Game of Thrones.
That is incorrect.
Boo.
That is a kaiju. It is a quadrupedal reptile kaiju with a prominent horn, sharp fangs, and a fierce demeanor. I should be telling you more about what these things are after. Either way. Okay, next up, Vermax.
I'll go Game of Thrones again. I don't know.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Is a young green-scaled dragon that Jacaerys rides to the north. Okay.
That's what I was.
All right. Next up, Kamunga.
Kamunga? Kaiju.
Kamunga.
Kaiju.
Yep. That is a giant spider that lives in a hidden valley there on Solgo Island. Hidden Valley. Wonder if it's like from the ranch company. Okay. You're doing well, though. You've got 6 out of 7 so far.
That's right. And what did I say? I was getting 20 out of 21.
All right. I got to get you off on one of these. Okay.
What?
Varan.
What do you have to do?
I got to get you off on one of these.
Okay.
Maybe this will be the one. Varan.
Ooh. Varan
with a V.
Varan with a V. Let's go Game of Thrones.
That is incorrect, my friend. That is a Mesozoic era monster that first appeared in the 1958 film something. That's a Godzilla kaiju. Okay, next up, Rinvolk.
Oh, a drug. That's a drug.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking for a lot, like mostly, like I didn't want to put Tylenol or Advil or whatever. It was like I was looking for the annoying ones that we keep seeing ads for.
This is this is like the problem with television. I know all the drug heads.
Yeah.
They're so like engraved in our head if we watch television in America that it's like, oh yeah, I know what these are. If you didn't say one wrong, I would have got that one.
Yeah. All right. That's my fault. Okay. Viserion.
Let's go Game of Thrones.
That is correct.
I think that one I have heard before.
Okay. Because you watch Game of Thrones.
The rest of them I have not heard as far as Kaiju or Game of Thrones, but I think I've heard that like talked about before or something.
Okay. This next one. Is it a trick question or is it just a similarly sounding one? Tessarian.
Ooh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't fall for your Goffisms.
Okay. How about this one? King Kong.
Kaiju.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
That was trickier than the last one.
How about Humira?
Drug.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Violante.
Whoa. Now that is
maybe it's Biolante.
I'm gonna go drug.
That's a very good guess because this is plant-based, but it's a kaiju that first appeared in the 1989 film Godzillaverse, Biolante. So I think plant. But yeah, good guess with the pharmaceuticals.
Because it did not sound like a Japanese name or like a weird dragon type name. I said Italian. They're trying to drug you up.
All right. Is this a trick question or not? Drogon.
I have 4 cousins named Drogon.
Yes. And so kaiju, dragon, drug, or relative.
It's gotta be distant cousin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Game of Thrones distant cousin.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
All right. So next up, Jardians.
Oh yeah, drug all day. Places to go and a minute. I don't know the words, but I know the melodies. Oh yeah. It's like Wilhelm scream of drug commercials.
Oh yeah. Cyrax.
Cyrax.
Not the Mortal Kombat robot.
I'll go Kaiju.
Nope. That is a Game of Thrones dragon. This must be really embarrassing for you.
It is.
All right. What about Rexulti?
Yeah, drug. The drugs are easy.
I always just like give it a second for you to be like, oh, duh.
Yeah. I'm on it right now.
An asshole about Mounjaro. Mounjaro, is it? Maun?
I think Manjaro.
Manjaro. Okay. Caraxes.
Ooh. That's a tough one. Because this sounds like it could clear something up on your groin. Or maybe it's a dragon.
But which one?
Maybe it clears up something on the groin of a dragon.
Yeah.
Could it be 2 of them?
Could it be?
Can you give me the country of origin? No. Can you say it again?
Caraxes.
Caraxes?
Caraxes, like with a hard C.
Caraxes.
Like
CARAXIES.
Yes.
Caraxes.
Caraxes, I guess. Caraxes, but
I'm gonna go with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, man. You're correct.
What I guess.
Okay. All right. Last one. No. Sorry, 2 more. Anguirus.
Kaiju, because it doesn't sound like a drug, and I think I'm out of dragons.
Yeah, Anguirus is an Ankylosaurus. I forgot which one that is. That might be the one with. Is that the one with like the tail that's like a wrecking ball basically, and has like almost like a Stegosaurus? All right, last one. This is a tough
dinosaurs, one. My friends, are not real. So whatever you're describing,
kaiju are.
Yeah.
So last one. This is the toughest. It is Skyrizzi.
Viagra. Oh yeah, absolutely a kaiju. So how many did I get right?
You got 1.
20? Had to be 20. Even though I got
got close. You did. You passed the test. You got 17 right.
Hey, man, that's pretty good.
Yes, that is very good. You missed Cyrax. You had a hard time with the kaiju. Well, next time when we do this next year, you do better. Biolante, Baragon, and Veron. So, hey, man. Nice job.
I enjoyed the game. It was very difficult for me.
I don't think it was.
Or
at least
not the drug part. The drug part was not, but the dragon versus kaiju was a little bit different. I think this is a good time to say that was a very nerdy game that we played right there.
Yes,
I think on next week's episode, what do you think if I just announce what we should do top 3 and bottom 3 of?
Yeah, because obviously I'm not there to pull the bucket this week. So why don't you? I'm gonna hand my veto power over to you this week.
And I'm gonna pretend like I'm pulling out of the bucket. And
Okay.
it says nerds. Next week we do
Nerds.
top 3 and bottom 3 nerds.
Just okay.
Straight up nerds. Any
Love
way
it.
that you want. I could be like Goff, number 2.
Like I could do
Kaiju.
like my 3, 2, 1 could be orange, grape, and watermelon if I wanted, right?
That's true. And
Yeah.
that qualifies. And
Yeah.
that might be the best joke you've ever had on this podcast.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Top 5 for sure.
Thank you. I try. All right. So I guess then we should get into our thumbs up, thumbs down for the week.
Okay.
We're just going to talk about a couple, any recommendations we got, things we watched this week, things we ate this week, things we, I don't know, wore this week. I got some comfortable Puma socks on. I'm going to go first. I just got a couple quick ones, if that's all right. First up, I got a brand new movie that I just watched. It was in theaters recently. It's on Hulu now. It's called The Roses. So this movie is like a loose remake, I believe. Or no, I'm sorry. So there's a movie called The War of the Roses that came out in the 80s with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner. So this new movie, The Roses, is based on the same book. It's not based on that movie, so it's just I've never seen that original movie, so I don't know how similar they were. Anyway, this is kind of like I'm not going to spoil. Well, there's not really. You can watch the trailers and kind of see like what it's about. It's like a husband and wife, and it's one of those movies where it starts off great, and then just as the movie's going on, it's like they're just getting more and more shitty with each other. I love this movie. The cast was great. So Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. Do you know who Olivia Colman is?
I don't.
She was in The Bear. I believe the last 2 seasons she was the British woman that he was training with.
Okay.
Yeah, so she is fucking hilarious. She's one of those, like, even like Benedict Cumberbatch, like somewhere you don't expect them to be funny, and they're hilarious. Which, by the way, Benedict Cumberbatch, look on YouTube, him trying to say the word penguin. It is the funniest thing. Like, because he did one of those nature videos, like the Planet Earth type things, and he said penling, pingwing. It was so fucking funny because you could watch reels of like the actual spellings of what he's saying. Anyway, but Andy Samberg is in this, and so is Kate McKinnon, who steals, of course, every single scene she is in. This is one of those. It's directed by Jay Roach as well, who directed all 3 Austin Powers movies and the Meet the Parents trilogy. So,
okay, you've become a big Kate McKinnon fan on this podcast.
I gotta say though, like you before I didn't really like her act. Now I do like it, and it's a good thing too because she doesn't really do much else besides that act. That's the only thing. Yes, and because she does it in this movie too, where she is just like the very awkward, but she's great. So I definitely recommend this movie. High thumbs up. It's very charming. One thing I did like about it that is like when they start getting really nasty with each other towards the end, they still love each other at least. So it's like, I don't know. I love movies. I love like fantasy and stuff like that, but to an extent, sometimes like I don't like watching like mean people on TV. So anyway, but yeah, The Roses, it's on Hulu now. That was awesome. Next thing I watched, Sasha, you're gonna be proud of me. I watched the comedy special last night.
Whoa.
Sebastian Maniscalco, It Ain't Right. But
yeah, that's not comedy.
Okay. Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched a Sebastian thing in a long time. I don't know. I think he's more of a character than he is a comedian.
He definitely is.
It's tough to say because I don't actually believe it. He's a great comedian. He really is. I just don't like. I've seen the great stuff that he's done before, and now like I was talking with Megan about this. It's like the new Bill Burr special is out, and I'm like, well, I don't really need to see the new Bill Burr special either. Like I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't know. It gets to a certain point where you're like, I kind of get what they do, and I'm more interested in watching like up and coming people instead. But anyway, there was an SNL skit last week where they did a mocking Sebastian Maniscalco. I almost sent it to you, and it was
shit.
That is funnier to me than I shouldn't say that. He's still very funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ruining your thing.
Oh no, it's okay. Because like I mentioned it on the show. I did see him live, okay, you know, and he was in my top 3 just because I don't have like a very like big list of like comedians that I follow. And yeah, so I really enjoyed him when we saw him, and I mean I was laughing my ass off. I really was. I know he can be a bit much, and I actually wrote that in my notes. I mean, like sometimes the physical comedy just really gets on your nerves because it's like, dude, you're just like stretching jokes out by doing this. And but then other times, I mean, like it just it gets me, like, because I love when he does the like where he's like a family when he's playing different characters, and it's like, you know, the one about how people act when people come to the door now, but him doing like the whispering to his like if you're at the show, you can't see this stuff live. But since we're watching it on you know, on Netflix, the camera zoomed in and you get to actually see like the close detail. But either way, yeah, not everything landed with me, but I mean, it was at the United Center, so that was awesome. It is weird though seeing comedians perform in front of that kind of crowd. Now they made it look way bigger because I know the United Center still, it's what, 23,000, something like that, which is still incredible. But I mean, like on TV, it looked like it was like 70,000. It looked like it was like the Super Bowl. So it's pretty awesome how they do that. Hour-long special. I mean, I guess I don't recommend it to you, but anyone who does,
I don't mean to make it sound like I don't think he's funny, by the way. Like, he's obviously incredibly funny. It's just when a comedian gets to a certain point, even some of the ones that I like absolutely love right now, like Sam Morril is an example of somebody who's like, I think he's absolutely hilarious, but now he plays the Chicago theaters. So like, I know I'm not going to go see him again because I don't think that's a good way to see comedy. And the bigger he gets, it's not like I don't like him or his comedy. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like comedy that way. Is whatever. I'm a piece of trash.
Okay.
And we'll move on from that. But go check out the SNL skit, Marcelo Hernandez. And the whole skit is basically he does a good impression of him, and then he over exaggerates everything. He exaggerates him playing Twister and doing all these things. And it's just like, it's the same thing that you would do if you were trying to make fun of Sebastian, you know?
Yeah. So last thing I just wanted to say is that obviously I could see 100% like your take on that because of you've watched a lot more of him, I'm gonna say. So I think that's why this is honestly, I think just the second time I've watched like him all the way through, and the other time was seeing him live like almost 10 years ago. So maybe that's why it's just like, all right, I can deal with it. But again, in my notes, at times it just gets a bit much. Dude, stand fucking still and tell your joke, please.
Well, I mean, did you ever see his Chipotle joke? It's like one of my favorite things where he talks about going to Chipotle, but he also can't say it because he calls it Chipotle or whatever.
Okay, he's one of those.
He does the thing where he's like, the beans, the rice, the meat, and he just like goes across the stage, and it's hilarious. It is a very funny thing, especially if you're seeing it for one of the first times you've ever done it. You're like, wow, this guy's crazy. But then once you get it, you're like, all right. And I feel like you're kind of getting there too, where you're like, I see what you do, and all right, let's take it back a little.
A lot of it is relatable. It's just because it's a lot of family comedy. He was talking like one of his skits about Amazon and just other delivery stuff. I mean, it was just like right on like hitting the nail on the head. I mean, I kept going upstairs to tell Jody, it's like, oh my God, this other joke he just told. Because, you know, like with Christmas, obviously Amazon's running rampant, and it's like every day we get Amazon packages, and Jody's like, is that yours? It's like, I don't know if it's mine or not. We have to legit check and make sure it's not a Christmas present or whatever, because it's like, I don't fucking remember ordering anything. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, it's your new G.I. Joe guy you ordered something. But anyway, I give Sebastian Maniscalco, It Ain't Right, a big thumbs up. I really enjoyed it. So that's what I got for the week.
All right, cool. You know, the last couple of weeks we haven't had too much thumbs up, thumbs down, so I wanted to really make an effort to watch some stuff this week that and I don't know that I did it, but I do have more things than normal this week. One, it's not really something that I'm going to tell you to go watch, but it is something that I did watch that thumbs way up. So the World Cup qualifiers are going on. Teams are playing all over the world to qualify. So like European teams all play in these group stages, right? There's like however many groups with 5 or 6 teams in each group. And if you win that group, you play everybody, I think, twice. And if you win that group, you automatically qualify for the World Cup. And if you come in second place in that group, and some of them even third place, you play in this like smaller tournament, which then people from that tournament will make it to the World Cup. So there's a lot of crazy rules for every different region of the world and all that stuff. Long story short, Serbia has been eliminated from the World Cup contention. They will not be in the World Cup in 2026, which is a shame because they were coming to America. Me and my dad were talking about how cool it would be to go see Serbia play in Kansas City or wherever, you know? So it's just kind of like, oh, that sucks. So they were eliminated. And I was talking to my dear friend Sebastian, who is Irish and lives in Phoenix, by the way, one of our billions of listeners.
Hopefully wearing a Sasha and Goff shirt as we speak.
So he was telling me, now Ireland is generally not a good soccer team on a regular basis. They haven't been to the World Cup in a long time, I don't believe. And so he was telling me, hey, man, you got to cheer for them. On Sunday, they're playing against Hungary, but they're playing in Budapest. And if they win, and Hungary is a decent team, I guess, Ireland will go on to this smaller tournament, right? Now, I'm reeling because Serbia has been eliminated. And not only has Serbia been eliminated, but Albania, Kosovo, and I think Bosnia have made it into the next round. So, like, we're just an embarrassment of riches. Albania beat Serbia in my hometown, like not my hometown, but my family's hometown or whatever, in the new stadium that we just built. That's incredible. Albania came in and won. And so like everyone in the country is sad. The coach resigned after the match. Madness going on.
Yikes.
And and the coach was like Serbian soccer player legend for many years. I used to like be a fan of his when I was a kid. Anyway, Serbia's out. All these other random former Yugoslavia and countries that hate Yugoslavia are in. Not necessarily the World Cup, but have moved on. And so now I go, you know what? I'm going to cheer for Ireland. Let's go Ireland. Ireland takes on Hungary. Hungary scores almost immediately. I'm like, I am a jinx. I am a curse to this team.
You got to start betting.
Ireland ties it up. I go, oh, okay, we got something here. And then Hungary scores again. I'm a 2-1. The game goes on. I'm like, this is not good. There's probably like 10 minutes left in the game, and Ireland ties it up. Now, if the game ends in a tie, they do not advance. Hungary would go on because on points or whatever, they continue to advance. Ireland needs to score a goal in the last 5 minutes of the game. It's coming down to the wire. It's literally 3-2-1, like you would be in a basketball game, counting down. This is it. The goalie for Ireland comes out halfway into the field, kicks a ball just as high as he can towards the goal, and a player from Ireland just taps it in with his foot, and they score with no time basically left in the game. Ireland scores. The people of Hungary are hungry. They're sad. They're devastated. Quiet stadium. I'm cheering. Callie lifted me up on her shoulders. We were celebrating like Serbia just won the NBA Finals, right? Like we were just all in. And
rioting, looting.
And then I texted my dear friend Sebastian, and he had seen it and was like, yes, he was celebrating. I think he slept through the game, actually. But nonetheless, it was a very exciting game, and a game that I would never, ever have watched if it wasn't for having to choose a different team to cheer for. And so now Ireland advances to the next stage where they're in a group with 4 teams. So it's Ireland and the 3 teams that got added into their group: Albania, Kosovo, and Bosnia. All of the other teams that like Serbian people are not cheering for. So still cheering for Ireland. Thumbs up for Ireland. Let's
go
all the way. And me and Megan are moving to Ireland as well. Just thought I'd say that here. Thumbs up, Ireland. And then another thing that's What TV do you have? Do you have like Comcast? Do you have Sling? Do you have YouTube
We
TV?
have Hulu Live.
Hulu Live? Do you have on Hulu Live a bunch of weird ass channels that are like, if you go like way deep down, it'll be like a channel that just shows Nick at Night shows, or
Not
infomercial channel or something weird like Cops, the TV show Cops and Nothing But Cops.
Yeah, that's kind of like Pluto, isn't it?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people stole from Pluto, because Pluto, we all know, the greatest app on earth.
Well, I'm sorry, real quick. Let me ask you though, like, because I do have Hulu, but they don't, like, I have like, I think it's like 60 or 70 channels and that's it. But like, is like the most like obnoxious they get is like, there's like probably 7 ESPN channels. But for the channels you're talking about, I don't get those on Hulu. Like, I don't, yeah, no, I get them. Like, I have like a smart TV hub, I think is like one of the things that came just with my Samsung. So it's like if I really want to just, yeah, like I'll go through and it's just like, oh, I can watch Tiny House Nation or whatever for 24 hours a day.
Well,
so yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
I have Sling, and on Sling they have all these weird channels, and I don't know. I never go down there. I don't watch enough television to want to see what's on those weird channels that are in like the 300s and 500s and whatever.
Yeah.
But recently they put a channel called SNL Vault.
Okay.
And you know me, I'm a big SNL guy, and all this channel is SNL skits. And
it's just skits. It's not like full episodes. It's just skits.
It's just skits, and it's completely random. It'll be a 1970s skit. It'll be a 1990s. It'll be a 2000s. It'll go back to the 80s. You see all these like people that you didn't even know were in SNL. They show good skits. They show bad skits. It's just like a channel that runs all the skits that are on there.
Nice.
And just before we actually started recording, I was watching with Megan, and they had a skit on there that I remember this skit from when I was a kid, and I've never seen it replayed, or rarely seen it replayed. It's called Head Wound Harry.
With Tom Hanks?
No, with Dana Carvey.
Oh, you know what? My bad. I was thinking of Mr. Short-Term Memory. That was Tom Hanks.
Oh, okay. No, this is David Spade.
Massive, wasn't it Massive Head Wound Harry?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe so, yes. And so he walks into a party and he's got this massive head wound or whatever, and he goes to lay down and the blood's all over the couch, and then a dog starts like picking at him.
What the fuck?
It's hilarious, but they don't ever show that on like SNL's Christmas special or anything like that. So you rarely get to see that one.
Yeah.
And so they were showing that. They were showing like the O.J. Simpson, Tim Meadows as O.J. when he wrote "I Did It" on the like.
Yeah. He's showing how the route he ran, right?
Yeah.
I did it.
And so it's just a channel that shows all these skits, and thumbs way up. Like, what a great channel to have on if you're not really paying attention to stuff. So if you got Sling, check it out.
Nice.
Big thumbs up for the band Drain, who is kind of like a thrashy hardcore band. Our dear friend producer Tony saw them when he went to that festival a couple months ago, whenever that was, a month ago. And he was like, yeah, I like these guys. They were cool. Well, they announced they're actually coming to Chicago, and they're playing with a band called No Pressure, who I think is decent. They're kind of Set Your Goals-ish.
Okay.
And so I've been listening to a little bit more Drain, and they're like thrashy. They're a little bit Slayer. They're a little bit hardcore music. Just a really, really good band. So me and producer Tony got tickets. We're going to go see them.
Nice.
Which is awesome. So thumbs up to them. No songs or anything in particular, but just check out Drain. And then I got 2 things that I watched this week. One is a documentary. This is right up my alley. 52 minutes. 52-minute documentary.
Okay. All right. Under an hour. Good.
Hear me out. Do you remember the news story when a kid got trapped in a balloon, and the balloon was like
Balloon Boy?
Yeah. They have on Netflix. It's called Trainwreck. What is this called? Balloon Boy.
Yep. Remember a couple months ago I talked about the Travis Scott one, the Astro World
Trainwreck.
It's part of that. Yep. Yeah. And then I believe Woodstock was one of them too, I think.
I remember you talking about it, and I was like, I think this is it. I'm not quite sure if it's the same series or not, but
there's also the poop boat one when Dave Matthews Band, when they drop shit on people. Sorry.
So I watched this thing, 52 minutes. The family's crazy, like insane inventor, dad. By the end of it, they want you to kind of decide whether you think it's a hoax or not, which I'm definitely in the it was a hoax. It was a perpetrated plan. The dad even spent time in jail, but they tried to make it seem like he was just doing it because whatever, to save his wife who would have been deported and all this stuff. Whatever it is, this is worth watching. For 52 minutes, you have nothing better to do. And it's a good reminder of like how simple times used to be, like 15 years ago or whatever. Also, the dad on this show was on the TV show. What was the TV show called? Wife Swappers? Was that the show? House Swappers?
I mean, I believe that was a show, but what do you mean the guy on? Like,
I'm going to call the show Wife Swappers, even though that might just be a porn that I watch regularly.
No. I mean, like, you're still talking about this Balloon Boy thing, right?
Yeah. So the dad in Balloon Boy was in this reality show where they switched. The dad or the mom would like switch houses with another family.
Okay.
So it would be like a really religious family, and they switch with like a devil worshipping family, and then they yell at each other, and then at the end they're like, I think they're decent people, whatever. I think Ric Flair and Roddy Piper were in one a long time ago as well. They kind of switched or whatever. So this guy was on there, and he was crazy and just like threw food at a woman and stuff like that. And then after that happened, then all of a sudden Balloon Boy happened, and then people are like, okay, he just wants to be on TV, this guy.
Oh, okay. See, all right. So that makes more sense then. So this reality show happened before.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the questions come in for this thing. Also, like, the kid disappeared, and then he just randomly showed up, and then he was on TV. The little kid was on TV, and he's like, we did this first, TV or what? It's just there's a whole lot to it in 52 minutes, and it's definitely worth watching.
Huh.
And then the last thing that I saw, have you heard, this is on Apple TV, but it's like the biggest show that I keep hearing about right now. It's from Vince Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He has a new TV show called Pluribus. I don't know how you say it, a Latin word.
Yeah.
Have you heard about it?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've not watched it.
Okay. So I watched it. I think there's only 3 or 4 episodes out. I bought into the hype. Everybody's saying it's like the greatest show. It started off, and it's an interesting show, and the premise is really kind of weird, where there's like this, it's almost like, all right, I'm going to say it's a take on AI. They don't mention AI. There is space stuff involved, but it's not really a space show. The world gets involved by this like flesh-eating thing that causes everyone to be happy. Everyone in the world is happy except for 11 people who are like, this is weird. What is going on? We have to figure this out. And the main character is the woman who's from Better Call Saul. I don't know her name.
Oh, yeah. That's why. Yeah, Rhea Seehorn, I believe is her name. Yeah.
So she is the main character in this. And so far, I'm going to give it a thumbs up because it is interesting and kind of like, it's a little slow moving, but it is, you don't know where it's headed. And so there's got to be like a big turn somewhere, or something's going to happen or whatever. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up for now, which is still a little too early because you can't, I can't finish the season. It's not out yet. It's going week by week. And so it's one of those shows or whatever. But it is an interesting premise where it's like, what if this thing took over the world, but the thing just caused everyone to be happy? And is that real happiness?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it gets a little dicey, and that's about it. So I'm going to give a thumbs up across the board. And I don't know. I think that's it for this week. Also, I wanted to say there can't be another person named Benedict Cumberbatch in the world, right? There's one.
I think so. Why?
Okay, that's all.
Why? Because when I'm like, who I'm talking about?
No, it's just what a name. What a name, Benedict Cumberbatch.
There was I told you a couple weeks ago about that when John Travolta screwed up Idina Menzel's name and he called her Adele Dazeem. There was so many like memes and stuff like that, just about him botching other people's names. And I remember one, it just showed John Travolta at an award show staring at Benedict Cumberbatch, and it's like, I'm going to kill you, Brenda Dirk Crample Scranch. Like something totally ridiculous. All right, but anyway. All right, let's get into our topic of the week. We're talking about our top and bottom TV siblings. So again, could have either done a group of people or it could have just been a single person. Seems like we're doing groups. You know what, buddy? I'm going to let you start off, and I'm going to let you pick whether you want to do top or bottom.
Okay, let's start off with our top.
Okay.
I just always want to start off on top,
Yeah, I feel like anytime I've picked bottom once or twice, and the show doesn't flow as well. So maybe we should just keep going top then. I don't know.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure.
So, number 3 for me is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. A lot of people don't like the show because they think it's just kind of boring and generic, but I just think it's one of those classic TV shows that I absolutely love it. And it's Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yep.
And the brothers are Raymond and Robert. And they are a perfect yin and yang. The mom treats one of them great and the other one not so great. One of them is kind of a success and the other one's kind of like, oh, woe is me. I mean, I don't have to explain Everybody Loves Raymond to people. You've either seen it or you haven't, but I just think it is a classic, one of the last ever like classic sitcom shows. There's not too many of them when you go past the years 2000 that are kind of like that. Just like, here's 10 seasons, and I think all of them are good and worth watching. So that's my number 3.
Awesome. All right, so my number 3, and this probably would have been my number 1, but I'm kind of cheating a little bit here. But hey, this is my podcast. I can do whatever I want. So I'm talking about the Lurpus family from Parks and Rec. Now, the only reason I'm putting a little asterisk next to this is because, so throughout Parks and Rec, there are 9 characters with the last name Lurpus. Starting from seasons 1 through 7, you just randomly see these people. You never see any of them interacting with each other. There's one episode where a few of them are sitting next to each other, but they never interacting, so you don't know what the relationship is exactly. However, there are different generations of them in the. So I'm going to have to say that Dennis, Bjorn, Lalissa, Morris, Rachel, and Kurt, I'm guessing are all either cousins or siblings, but I'm guessing at least one of them, 2 of them have to be siblings. So it's just one of the funniest running jokes, I feel. Michael Schur, when he talked about it, said he didn't even mean for it to be that funny of a thing. And there's weirdos like me that have hunted down this entire Lurpus family. So it was a lot of fun doing it. And then also it's such a funny last name. And throughout the Parks and Rec, like, the way that Michael Schur, again, that's the creator of the show, the way that he described this family is a sprawling and dynastic yet completely powerless family in Pawnee. So I love that he just puts powerless. But yeah, some great actors in there too. Actually, Mike Mitchell, the comedian, he's one of the Lurpuses.
And what's that one guy? Is it Dennis?
Well, that Dennis Lurpus
Jason
is
Schwartz.
Jason Schwartz.
Yeah,
Jason Schwartzman. Yeah, he's probably the biggest actor for the Lurpuses, but yeah, so that's my number 3.
Nice. My number 2 is a brother and sister duo from one of my favorite TV shows, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Nice.
It's Dennis and Dee Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that show is still a killer show. I haven't watched the most recent season, but last season was incredible. And those 2 in particular are like I mean, it's really hard to pick a favorite character out of that entire group because they all they're so different, but they're all just like very, very good. And Dennis might be the best. Whatever. Every day you can pick a new one, but Dennis and Dee, fantastic.
That's a great pick. Like I don't even think they came across my radar, but we've talked about it, how they both got like their own kind of, not spin-off shows, but I mean, like, that's how good they are. And that's how much people love those characters, that it's basically just like, yeah, just keep doing that. We'll just put you in a different setting. So I agree. That's a great one. All right. My number 2, I have the Wilkerson / no last name family. And that's the boys from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep.
Yeah, Dewey, Francis, Malcolm, and Reese. So if you're unfamiliar with why I said it like that, because you might have known because I think I talked about this on my other podcast, but in the very first episode of the show, Reese has on his uniform, it says Wilkerson for his last name, but then they never say that last name. They never show it again. They never say anything about their last name until the very, very last episode of the series when Malcolm graduates. They're about to say his name, and it's one of those things where there's a loud sound over it, but you can see the person lip the word no last name. So that's their last name, no last name. But anyway, yeah, just me growing up with brothers and cousins quickly, like so much of this stuff, just, roughhousing, doing idiotic things. I do have to say though, Reese is not Reese, Francis, my least favorite of the group, and I love the episodes where he's not even in them actually. So the other three I would say, but Francis is pretty good, but for the most part, his character's just like kind of by the end, you just want him out of there.
This is like the whiniest one to me.
Yep. He's the one that's like he has that like a weird relationship with the mom. You find out like as the show goes on that he's kind of like obsessed with his mom. It's weird.
Yeah, and then like once he gets married and he's just like living in the frozen tundra somewhere or wherever, it's just kind of
one of those. It was because I watched the whole show from start to finish, like last summer, the summer before, and as you watch it, you're just like, why did they do this? Why did they separate I mean, there's funny stuff when he's, at the dude ranch or at the, his military school or whatever. But in the long run, it's just like, whose idea was it to make, and so he's not really with the rest of his family, which is when he's at his best, so, but either way, the other three will say more so, the Wilkerson / no last name family.
And they're actually doing a reunion now. I think they filmed like 4 episodes or something like that, but I don't believe Dewey was in them. I think everybody else is. I just don't think Dewey is. Okay. But yeah,
I'm interested. I'm not like excited, but I mean, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Good show, though. Good show. My number one, I feel like it's going to be your number one. And does your number one include like 4 or 5 people?
It includes exactly 4 people, so it's probably yours.
The Bluth family from Arrested Development.
5, I guess, if you include Tobias.
Yeah, so absolutely love this show. I couldn't not pick the Bluths. I tried to like think, do I like anything more than this family? And I was like, no, this is it, because they're just so fun. Just the chicken impressions alone.
The chicken dance, yep.
Yeah, that alone.
That was one of the first video messages I remember you ever sending me. I think I might have still had a Razor phone. Was just Joe doing And the fact that you finally get to see Michael kind of do his chicken dance and like season, I forgot, but the whole family doing that, and just how despicable they are and how fucking lazy they are and entitled. I mean, like just when Michael's in the house and it's like he's talking to Lindsay laying on the couch, and then all of a sudden like Tobias is laying behind the couch, and then Joe, and he looks over, he's like, is there a carbon monoxide leak in this house? But yeah, and they're just how they, I don't know, like, yeah, just amazing pick. Yeah, that's my number one as well. So,
and I think the first 3 seasons of that show, I'll put that up with any sitcom. Yep. I mean, it's just
absolutely
perfectly written, incredible characters. Just top notch. I'm not a good critic of stuff, but to me, it was just like once I saw that, I was like, man, I'm gonna be rewatching this from here on out.
I think one of the best things about that show was just the attention to detail, like how much. And I don't want to say running jokes, like I always use that, but like how well Arrested Development is like. Pay attention, that will come back. You will probably see that person in the background of the, or just a flipped version of it. But yeah, just such an amazing show that unfortunately time kind of killed it, I think.
Time, and I think trying to put too much of that additional storyline where everything needed to intertwine at the end, it just didn't work.
That was because when they were filming season 4, they couldn't get the whole cast together, so it was almost like COVID. That's why every episode is based like it's got maybe 2 or 3 people. But anyway, you got any poll notables?
I do. I got a bunch of potent notables for my top. Boy Meets World was a big one for me. Eric and Corey.
Okay.
Also from Boy Meets World. I don't know if you remember the big bully guy.
Mm-hmm. I was
Uh,
yeah, that's Big Van Vader's son, right?
Ethan something.
Suppley,
Ethan
Suppley,
Suppley.
Suppley.
His little brother in Boy Meets World, who's like very intelligent and like well spoken. The two of them
Mm-hmm.
together are awesome. The Bundys, Kelly and Bud. Obviously, I'm a big Kelly Bundy fan, and Bud got better as he got older,
Yeah.
I think. And so I didn't want to put in my top three because if they were both awesome for the entire time,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah.
Frasier and Niles. Have we talked about this before? Are you a Frasier fan? Have you ever watched Frasier?
I'm not a fan because what I've seen, it's like, okay, this is funny, I get it, but it's like, no, I don't watch it. And
Okay.
real quick, speaking of Niles, what's his David Hyde Pierce?
Mm-hmm.
He is slated to play like the new villain in the next Superman movie. He's like 82 years old, or at least he was talked about. So it might be him, but yeah, I heard that and it was like, why do I know that name? So that's crazy that
he is 82 years old. That can't be right.
Maybe not. I heard that on a podcast. That does sound wrong. Maybe the guy was like exaggerating. Maybe he's like 62 or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's come to think. No, you know what? I'm an idiot. The 82-year-old he's talking about is the guy from The Princess Bride. That's like inconceivable. The little bald guy. Yeah. That guy's 82. But he was also another person that is in line to possibly play this role that David Hyde Pierce might play.
Okay.
So you might see Niles Frazier again.
All right. So Megan sees two cranes on her way to work every day, like in this field, and she calls them Frasier and Niles. David and Alexis Rose from Schitt's Creek are very, very funny. It's a show that I haven't watched enough to put them in my top three. I think I only watched it one time through, but I really enjoyed it. And then this one's for you, my friend, John Ralphio and Mona Lisa.
No, man.
That's
a good one. That's a good one. I feel bad because I kept thinking about Parks and Rec too, and obviously the Lurpuses, but that's a great one.
Yeah,
thank you,
Jenny Slate and the guy whose name I don't know, but you definitely do.
Ben
they
Schwartz.
Are both absolutely hilarious. So, kudos to them.
You know who their dad is, right, on the show?
I forget.
So they never show their mom. Like, I don't know if she's ever mentioned. Their father is Henry Winkler.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's amazing in that show too. That's awesome. Comes in, I think he's like season 5. It's either season 5 or season 6, but he's in probably like 10 episodes. He's great.
I love Henry Winkler, and even more so after watching him in Barry. So shout out to the TV show Barry. Love that show.
I gotta watch that. I gotta put that on my list.
It's a quick and easy watch too. All right, so now to the bottom 3.
Well, hold on. Let me do can I do my Poe notables real quick?
Sorry.
Pretty similar list here is actually, I do have David and Alexis Rose. I think they're fucking great. I think they're just, I don't want to say unique, but I also do kind of think unique characters. I mean, just I don't know. All right. I know you talked about this guy in your Jews episode. You hate him, David Schwimmer. I do think Ross and Monica Geller are fucking hilarious from Friends. Maybe as separate characters, they're kind of annoying, but when they're competitive. Like Monica is super competitive. So like, yeah, they're great. I also had Kelly and Bud Bundy. And then my final one, you talked about Vince Gilligan a little bit ago. I have the Salamanca twins from Breaking Bad / Better Call Saul, those lunatics that don't talk, but every time they're on screen, you are terrified.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Their characters are Marco and Lionel. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but yeah, they're awesome and terrifying. So, all right, so let's move to our worst 3. I let you start, so I will start with my worsts. We got some reality TV stars here, and it's the Kardashians. This isn't, I just think they suck. I think they're vile humans, and I don't want to like go into a big rant. This one is more so not being fun. Like I just like more saw something on recently about them, and it's just like, God, I fucking hate them so much. They're just so self-serving. They do nothing like to serve. Obviously that's what self-serving is, but Yeah, go ahead. Hide. I
No,
hate
no, no.
it.
I'm not hiding.
Oh, I
In
thought you
fact,
just didn't want to be on camera.
I'm paying tribute to you. I'm going, well played, my friend.
Nice.
And I threw the confetti, and now I
You're the
gotta clean
confetti.
the goddamn confetti. I should have thought about that before. I'm swearing a lot on this episode because you brought it up. Did you notice that?
I knew it would bring out the best in you.
Uh,
But yeah, so not that was kind of that was one where I'm really just like I said, I think I saw something with one or two of them recently, and it was like, well, this is a perfect week to let everyone know how much I fucking hate them still.
I love it. I think that was an
All of
excellent
them.
call.
All of them.
My number 3 is the Home Improvement children. I don't think any of them bring a positive thing to the show. I'll go a step further. I don't like the mom. I don't like the kids. I barely like Tim Allen, although he was
None
okay.
of the kids? None of the kids like at all?
If I got to rank the 3 kids,
Yeah, let's rank them.
this is tough. If I were doing it just on character alone, I got to go JTT because he's a heartthrob.
Obviously.
Ooh, the other two. See, one of them's like a scumbag in real life.
Which one, Mark?
The older
or,
brother, he's just like constantly getting DUIs and like not only constantly getting DUIs, but just being like, "Do you know who I am?" Not necessarily saying that.
One of those guys.
But yeah, he's not learning and just seems to be a troubled older guy. You know, I feel bad for him or whatever. But and then Mark was like a goth kid, so you know they tie for second place or third place.
What's the
and there
oldest
is no
one?
place.
Mark's the youngest. Which one was
Brad?
Randy? Brad.
Oh, was it Randy?
Randy,
Maybe
I think, was
Randy.
JTT. I know Mark was the youngest one.
You know what? That's how unlikable
No,
they
you
are.
know what? Wait, Mark might be the nerd, he might be on our list next week. The one from Step by Step, the youngest kid.
Yeah.
With the blonde hair. Not the youngest one, but
yeah.
Anyway, okay. All right.
So anyway, yeah, the Home Improvement. You know, I liked that show. I remember watching that show, but now I'm like, I don't like these kids. I don't like the mom. I don't like Tim Allen. Wilson's cool. Al Borland gets annoying after a while. Heidi is okay. We got Heidi, but
and or Pam Anderson occasionally.
Yeah.
Was she Heidi or was Heidi the brunette after?
Heidi was the brunette. What was Pam Anderson's name? Doesn't matter. Didn't need to know her name.
No, that's her name on Baywatch.
Yeah.
Whoa. Know a lot about her. All right. My number 2 for the worst siblings. You are not going to know this one at all. A few of our listeners might. It's Lizzie and Mika from The Walking Dead. These two characters came in season 4. I think it was season 4 and 5. And so The Walking Dead, obviously, it was a graphic novel before it was a TV show. There were 2 characters, 2 twin brothers named Billy and Ben in the books. So these two, Lizzie and Mika, they were just kind of gender swapped and they just put them in the TV show to basically be Billy and Ben. So something really dark happens with Billy and Ben in the book. A lot of alliteration here. Sorry. So you kind of knew something like that was coming. And so as this was going on, so Lizzie and Mika were these little girls, like very young, like the actors were probably 10 and like 7, maybe. And they came onto the show, and their big thing is that like one of them started getting really fucking weird and like had compassion for the zombies, but didn't really care for humans. And the other one loved loved humans, but did whatever. It was all weird and shit. 2 characters that you just got so annoyed with because they were little kids, and every time they were on, there was some kind of like, oh, I can't do it. And then it leads up to the ultimate culmination of one of them killing the other one, thinking that they're going to come back to life. So it's okay. Like, I'm allowed to kill this person because they're going to reanimate. And then it leads to one of the adults having to then kill that girl because it's like, she's fucking nuts and we can't have her around. But yeah, so it's one of the most probably controversial scenes from The Walking Dead because it's like, she just tells this little girl, like, go stand there and look at the flowers, and then just fucking shoots her in the back of the head. But like, so the not conspiracy, but like the controversy, it's just like, okay, wow, it's just maybe you didn't need these characters, but even in the book, I thought it was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, this is weird. And yeah, so they did it in the show, and it was even like, ugh. But They were kind of happy, at least, when they finally offed them. Yeah, both of them, because they were terrible characters. I hated them.
That explanation of these people makes them tied for my number one least favorite TV
There you
siblings
go.
of all time. That was horrible, and I will
Yeah.
never watch that show.
There was The Walking Dead went on for so long. There are so many terrible characters and storylines that happened. I mean, especially after like season 5 or 6. And I watched all of it. So I mean, it's not like I can be like, oh, like it was my choice to do so, and I'm happy I got through. But yeah, Lizzie and Mika were two fucking bad characters amongst many, many bad characters in that show's 11 season run.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with my number 2 being not them,
Okay.
but Becky, Darlene, and DJ from Roseanne.
That's a good one.
Those kids all sucked.
Yeah.
That show sucked. Roseanne sucks.
Mm-hmm.
John Goodman's all right.
Yeah.
I guess. But I hated everything about that show. And,
what about Aunt Becky?
Or more on Aunt Becky in a little bit. No, not Aunt Becky. Jackie.
Aunt Jackie. There we go.
More on Aunt Jackie in a little bit. Well, I'll just keep it at that. Roseanne's kids. Mush.
Ship them out. My number 1. I have a feeling this might be your number 1. Maybe not, though, based on what you kind of just gave away.
Give me their nationality.
AJ Soprano?
Yep.
Yep. Fucking A. We talk about this all the time on this show, to the point where I feel like you've almost mentioned they have a podcast, like maybe sometimes, so I'll like ease off. No. Fucking worst goddamn characters ever, to the point. How many? I think that show went 6 seasons. By like mid-season 3, because I binge watched the How to the Show, I was fast forwarding every single scene they were in. I did not care. Like those two, and then also most of the Jennifer Melfi scenes, Tony's therapist. It's just like, you know what? I'm not going to miss
what
anything.
Part of the show did you watch?
Yeah, well, pretty much just
Italians being killed by other Italians.
Yeah, that's about it. But no, I think I hated Meadow. Actually, I don't know, because I think I just got so tired of AJ in the first few seasons, everything being, oh no, oh no, oh, hate them.
Me and you have a different type of hatred for them, because like I do not like them, but they're not supposed to be likable. Yeah, and because they're Italian, that's a given. But they're not supposed to be likable. They're supposed to be the rich kids of an Italian mobster. They're not supposed to be a likable group. They're supposed to think, that's why even in the episodes, Meadows like trying to be all like, I'm fighting for these people's rights, and her mom's like, do you know where you come from?
Yeah.
We don't care about people or whatever. She's like, do you know that like whatever, you're a rich kid and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so they're supposed to be hated in this show, and they do such a good job, in my opinion, that I don't like them. Like
I get what you're saying, but I don't always think it's like, man, you did a great job. I just think they're annoying. Like
that's why I'm saying we have
different
reasons as to why they're on our top list, but they're both valid reasons.
Okay, but still. Nonetheless, number 1, the Soprano kids. All right, so
you same number ones in our favorite and least favorite.
Awesome. Okay, so then I just have 2 potent notables. Sticking with the Sopranos, Tony and Janice Soprano. This is more so, I guess this would be my one where I'm like more the sibling, meaning Janice. But I've also said on the show that I think he's not my favorite character on the show. I really enjoyed The Sopranos, but I had a lot of problems with him. And then the other one is the Tanner sisters from Full House, another show that I loved growing up. But as I like kind of like reruns things like that, realized I guess I thought that the dad and the uncles were a lot funnier, and Uncle Becky was the hot one. And the other day when we did TV Best Friends, I had Kimmy Gimmler on my top list. So I think I loved everything about Full House except DJ Stephanie and little Michelle. Michelle was actually great for the first few seasons, but
I think Full House
Stephanie was probably the worst.
Full House would be more geared towards my favorite siblings in that list,
Oh.
but not towards like the top three. But like I
Yeah.
liked that family. It's a show that I just grew up on. You liked them or whatever. Jodie Sweetin in particular. Just throw that out there. The other one that's kind of similar, and I had a tough time positioning this, but it was like the Step by Step kids.
Okay.
I like the Step by Step kids, particularly Dana Berger and Al.
I love how you always say the nickname Dana Berger.
Yeah, of course. But like I don't like a lot of the other kids or whatever. Like I don't like any of the
Karen either, though.
I know, but my least favorite of the girls, and I don't really like any of the guys. So like I don't know how to rank that one. So it's just kind of like a neutral one.
So they could have been best and worst.
Yeah. And
worst
Ross
Mark
and Monica.
JT.
Ross and Monica is on my worst. I don't like them. And Roseanne and Aunt Jackie.
There you go.
Where it's
I
not
thought
enough...
you were. I'm sorry. I thought when I said Aunt Becky, I thought you were going to say Full House.
Yeah.
I'm
not.
Okay.
Aunt Jackie. I kind of like Aunt Jackie. She was okay. I just really don't like Roseanne. Not enough. So there wasn't enough to put them in my list. So they are potent notables, but whatever. So there's a lot of them where it's like, if you like one and you don't like one, how are you going to put it on your favorites or least favorite list? It's just, you got to mention them or whatever. So anyway, that's it. That is it for our top three and bottom three TV siblings. Next week's episode, we're going to do top and bottom nerds. Not TV nerds, just nerds in general. However, we
could do TV nerds. You mean like not just TV nerds?
Yeah, anything, any kind of nerds. Once again, Goff, you're my favorite number one nerd. Just a spoiler for those paying attention. And any parting words before we leave? Happy Turkey Day. Enjoy this hour and 22-minute episode.
Yeah, you know what? That's the funny thing. Whenever, like, if you like the longer episodes, just pray for us to do them remote, because when we're with each other, we both keep time watching. We keep looking at, so we know kind of where we're at. But yeah, my timer's blocked, so whatever.
And once again, what is the code for the free shipping on our merch that's going to make us go broke?
Blue Collar Boys. One word, Blue Collar Boys. Thank you guys for listening. We're thankful for all of you. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk about nerds next week. So,
all right, we'll see you guys next week.
Later.